Today I'm reacting to a video by Vegan Gains. This is actually a video where he is reacting to me. This is a video he created all the way back in November of 2022. And he was reacting to the video I'd made that made my channel blow up. And at the time, I was alerted to this video by a subscriber of mine. But because I'd just started my channel, I didn't want to watch Vegan Gains' reaction because I thought if it was negative, I don't want that to put me off. And I still haven't watched the video, so I don't know if his response is negative, neutral, or positive. But I'm gonna guess it's not positive. And we're going to watch it together. That said, please smash like and also subscribe. This really helps out the channel and it helps me to be another voice out there talking about the carnivore diet. Let's see what Vegan Gains has to say.
I was wrong about the carnivore diet. Very, very wrong. I went into it thinking this was a sure way to get healthier and to lose some excess fat into the bargain. But I didn't quite know what
You can lose fat on any diet as long as it's a hypocaloric diet.
So you're suggesting just reduce calories and then you'll lose weight. I'm not sure I agree with that. As someone who's tried every diet out there, and I've found that the only one that really works sustainably is the carnivore diet. I would have to push back on that argument.
was in for.
So he doesn't even show blood test results or anything?
I didn't have any blood test results at this point. I was, 4 months or something into carnivore. What's that? June, July, August, September, October. 5 months into carnivore. And, at this point, I hadn't been to... Well, I had been to the doctor, but I hadn't got my blood test results back at this point.
And in 17 weeks, I've lost 34 pounds, or about 16 kilograms. And in the last 3
That's just an average of 2 pounds a week. That's very easy to do.
weeks,
How is that a negative thing? I'm not sure. I'm just sharing my experience in this video. I'm not sure why that needs to be a negative.
my weight has stabilized around 142 pounds, which is about 64.5 kilos. But there's more things that have changed. Number 2 is that I never ever feel hungry. Imagine never feeling hungry for...
So lots of people don't feel hungry or get, a voracious appetite. Obviously, you're going to feel a bit hungry or a bit tired or something. You'll get a sensation that you need to eat if you haven't eaten for a long enough period of time. Never ever feeling any need to eat is not a good thing. You should get hunger cues to eat. It's just if your hunger cues are uncontrollable and it pushes you into overeating, that's when it's bad. But yeah, that's normal.
So I do get cues to eat, but those cues happen, in the morning when I wake up and I feel like, I'm a little bit hungry. But even then, it's not a strong cue. It's maybe about 2 hours after I've woken up that I start to feel like, hey, well, it's time to eat now. And so that's when I eat. I eat at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I eat a good amount of food so that, throughout the day, I don't have those hunger cues. And I honestly am starting to feel that hunger is more about not the volume that you're putting into your body, but the nourishment you're putting into your body. And so when you're actually nourishing your body, then your body has no need to feel hunger because you've given it everything it needs to do whatever work it needs to do throughout the day.
Normal people have normal hunger cues and then eat when they're hungry and they eat enough and then they're able to sustain a normal weight.
17 weeks. I eat once a day, breakfast, and I never eat again. I never feel...
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I knew he was going to comment here. He rolled his eyes as I was talking.
He's lying. Unless he's eating fucking sticks of butter, there's no way he's getting in enough food in just breakfast to last for the entire day. Unless he's bedridden and does nothing, But like, if he has a normal lifestyle where he works or exercises or something, gets in some amount of physical activity, there's no way he's only eating like a steak or something, maybe some eggs or whatever the fuck is like approved on the carnivore diet. Like, unless he's eating sticks of butter to make up for the lack of energy he's getting throughout the day. He's full of shit. What I think this guy is doing is
Hang on, before we find out what this guy's doing, I just address those few points that he's brought up there. So, first of all, I'm not lying. It's now been 12 months that I've been doing one meal a day, and I don't feel hungry throughout. And part of the reason I think I'm not feeling hungry is, as I mentioned before, I'm actually nourishing my body. I'm not filling my body up with cardboard and plastic like I was, more than a year ago. And the other reason I'm not getting hungry is because, if we're going to talk in calories, I'm eating a good number of calories. Now, again, calories don't matter, but if that's the way he wants to talk, then, I'm probably eating somewhere in the order of 4,000 to 5,000 calories for breakfast. I don't skimp on any of the food that I eat. I've just found that I don't feel hungry throughout the day, so I don't bother eating. And, that has some flow-on benefits, which are things like productivity and stuff like that. And, I'm definitely not bedridden. I live in Japan and I don't have a car. And, in Japan, you walk everywhere because the majority of the time people are going to be in public transport. And, I would say if you're talking from an aerobic perspective, like walking and stuff like that, then I'm going to be way more active than someone who I believe Vegan Gains lives in Canada. And I would say in Canada, people are would be much more reliant on a car than they would be on walking, because Canada, like Australia, wouldn't have the same infrastructure, the public transport infrastructure, as a small country like Japan. Okay, so let me just go back a little bit because he was starting another thought there. And let's continue.
He's full of shit. What I think this guy is doing is he probably eats like, I don't know, a big steak or something for breakfast, and then he just snacks throughout the rest of the day, and he just doesn't consider that eating, or he's one of those people who are horrible at reporting their caloric intake.
No, I do no snacking throughout the day unless you say black coffee or water is snacking. I do no snacking. I don't have anything like sugar-free snacks, sugar-free gum, anything at all. And as far as being full of shit, well, I'm sorry. I got the same amount of shit that everyone else does.
Or reporting like, meals or anything like that.
Feel hungry, and I never look at food and feel the need to eat it. 6 months ago, if I walked past a cake shop...
Why is that not a good thing? So, let me clarify the statement I made there. Like, if I was in a restaurant and I saw this beautiful steak sizzling on the grill, I'm going to want to eat that, but if I walk past a bakery, or I go, into some sweet shop where they've got macaroons or something like that I would previously have been like, I just want to eat that. Or like something like pavlova or something like that, I'd be like all over that like a rash. But now that just means nothing to me. I can sit and watch someone eat something like that. I can watch a TV commercial. I can see it being prepared, whatever, and I feel nothing. All right, so it's and because I'm not turned on by fake food, I don't think that's a negative thing.
Dude, you're 140 pounds. Like, that's probably not a good thing. Like, Jesus Christ, the guy looks like borderline anorexic.
I don't know how to answer that one.
I would have been salivating, but not anymore. The next thing that has improved is clearer skin. It's hard to describe, but it feels like my skin's actually glowing a little bit more. But something that
If you lose a substantial amount of weight, generally you do have better appearance to skin. It's probably unrelated to the actual diet he's eating.
can
Okay, I mean, I don't know about that. I would say probably, regardless how you lose weight, you are going to see some benefits, whether it's skin or energy or whatever level. So he's probably right.
measure is that before I had a lot of red blotches before starting carnivore, I had arthritis in my left knee. This made it impossible to walk properly. I had to walk much more slowly.
Arthritic changes are not actually well associated with pain. A lot of pain is just psychosomatic, or it's unrelated to arthritic changes or any deformities in joints. So that could just be an expectation you had of the diet getting rid of pain, and then the pain was gone because the pain was psychosomatic to begin with. I have major arthritic changes in my left knee because I had an E. coli infection, I got multiple surgeries. I have very big noticeable arthritic changes. Guess what? I don't have any pain in that knee.
It's not psychosomatic. There was pain there, and so other people have also experienced the same thing. But to get back to the point that he was talking about expectations, I went on a diet. I had expectations that things were going to be fixed. I had no expectations. I went on this diet for two reasons and two reasons only. One, because I was told I was pre-diabetic, and two, because I was told that if I didn't stop drinking, then I was going to have to take some medication to force me to stop drinking. So those were the two reasons. And I didn't go into this thinking, I knew the carnivore diet existed, but I went into this diet for the sole purpose of giving me some self-control. And I didn't go into it thinking I'm going to improve my arthritis or get rid of my arthritis. I didn't go into this thinking I was going to improve my limp that happened after having the stroke, or I was left with after suffering the stroke. And I didn't think, this is going to cure my gum disease and all this kind of thing. I didn't think about anything. Those were things I just assumed I was stuck with forever. Those are, again, as I posted yesterday, I don't have that bald patch anymore. I didn't think for a second, that was going to improve. And, hair regrowth is not something that's psychosomatic. I didn't imagine being bald. I've got video evidence of that.
Run, and everything felt so labored. I couldn't walk up hills easily. I couldn't.
By the way, this guy also lost weight, which does help with joint pain.
Climb.
Hang on, you said I lost too much weight before. So if I'm anorexic now, then supposedly I was at a regular weight before. And if I was at a regular weight before, why was that causing arthritis? Or why was that causing me problems walking up a hill? If you can't have both things to be true, you can't have your cake and eat it too. All right.
Stairs very easily at all. With the arthritis gone, I can now climb stairs and
The arthritis isn't gone. You idiot. If you have arthritic changes in your knee, they're there. They're not going away. So no, your arthritis didn't go away. It's just the pain went away.
Okay. Maybe the arthritis is still there. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But the pain is not there, right? And again, regardless whether you're about to say this or not again, I'm assuming you're going to, it's not psychosomatic.
And again, that just sounds to me like it was psychosomatic.
I can run just like I did when I was 18. And it feels good. Prior to going on carnivore, I was in the early stages of gum disease and I had pretty bad halitosis. All that now has resolved. How do I know this? First, my teeth are stronger. Second, my
Did he go to a dentist and get diagnosed?
gums no longer bleed. Third,
Okay, so he didn't go to a dentist and confirm that, oh yeah, the gum disease is gone.
people used to recoil when I started talking because of the bad breath. That doesn't happen anymore. And the
Maybe that's because you started brushing. I don't know, man.
final point, and now before I talk about this, I just want to
So, just on that point. So I'll be honest. I haven't been to a dentist to confirm I no longer have gum disease. But you know, let's just for sake of accuracy, let's rephrase all my statements, right? So I had gum disease. I no longer have any of the symptoms of gum disease. So, call that no more gum disease or just, some miracle, whatever you want to call it. I no longer have those symptoms. So, I don't have sensitive teeth. My teeth are stronger. I don't have bleeding gums. I can use one of those ridiculously hard toothbrushes in a hotel and my gums don't bleed anymore. I don't have bad breath. What do you want? So, yeah, anyway. And, apparently I'm also an idiot now.
state, I'm only talking about my experience, no one else's. But I want to mention it because this might be something that people can benefit from. And that is post-stroke therapy. And I'm just going to give you the TLDR.
Wow.
Knew this was coming. He rolled his eyes.
This guy suffered a stroke and he's eating nothing but meat and garbage. Yeah.
The stroke is nothing to do with meat or anything else. The stroke was due to a subarachnoid hemorrhage, which is a burst aneurysm in my head.
Yeah. Brilliant.
On this one. When I was 17, I had a stroke. 30 years later, I still have.
What the fuck? Who the fuck has a stroke at 17?
Someone who has a basilar artery aneurysm. It's not actually that uncommon.
Is that a hemorrhagic stroke or something?
Yes.
Something that makes it clear I had a stroke. And that is, the right side of my body is a little weaker, so when I'm walking, I limp. Since going carnivore, that limp is now less pronounced, and I have more definite control.
This guy is just delusional.
That's not an argument. Anyway, that's my reaction to Vegan Gains reacting to me. I'll leave a link to the Vegan Gains video in the description so you can check it out for yourself. Guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.